Recording in progress. Recording stopped.
love again. We high again. We high again.
We high again.
We in love again. And love again. We high again. We high again. We in love again. And love again. We high again. We high again. We in love again. And love again. She talking shit again, so I lit the blunt again. She inhaled it and felt it, and now she chill again. She want the dick again. She's so beautiful when she let go. She gets cold when she smokes. That's why she got close. We in love when we inhale. We high again. We high again. Why don't we just lie again and love again? We high again. We high again. Why don't we just love again and love again? We high again. We high again. Why don't we just love again and love again? We high again. We high again. Why don't we just love again and love again? She high again, she mine again. No friends, we just smoking, fucking vibing. It's nothing, she's something. When she let go, she glow like the blue moon. Weed, pussy, got me in love. I'll be coming soon, got me turned up. It's just us, not just lust. I think we on the cusp of love. I think it's time to roll another blunt. She kissed me when I roll up. She licked me when I lick the swisher. I light up, I shotgun her. We high again, we high again. Why don't we just love again and love again? We high again, we high again. Why don't we just love again and love again? We high again, we high again. Why don't we just love again and love again? We high again, we high again. Why don't we just love again and love again?
What's up? What's up? It's Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. And we are watching the Market Moon Lord, where we merged our matrix with the stars. And we're just coming off our eclipse, super full moon eclipse at that. Super means it was a purgy eclipse closest to the sky. Typically, crazy things can happen during these times, especially if it's an actual eclipse happening. As you can see, AMC was up. Let's see. AMC's up 15% today. It was up 20% yesterday on the actual eclipse. Day before that, it was up 20%. And the day before that, it was up 13%. All right. So basically, we called that out. We said the big moons will happen 3 days within the full moon. And it pretty much happened the 3 days within the full moon and after the full moon. So that is what's up. So someone in Discord was talking to me about, is the full moon over? Is the eclipse over? And the answer to that is yes, it is over. But just like I say, full moons can last, the effect of full moons can be like 3 days before. And, outside of financial astrology, you could really feel the effects of full moon 3 days before and 3 days after. Okay. But eclipses, which is a full moon, but it's with the nodes, the south node and north node, it lasts much, much, much longer, and those are considered more of a 6 months energy. Okay, and eclipses are more of a permanent energy. Okay, so whatever changes happening during the eclipse is more of a permanent change. So I think it's fair to say, with that information, I mean, we are in a whole nother energy with AMC. And I don't see us going much further if we dip. We did talk about, and I should pull that up. We did talk about the dipping, how far it could dip based on the full moons or based on the moon phases. And I don't see it going that far down anytime. I just don't see it. We're just too far up. But let me pull that up anyway. Let's see. Okay. So this is where we are right now. You can see I still have my drawings in there perfectly. I haven't touched this since Sunday. Love it. So where was I? So on this last waning, you can see where we were. Okay, that we went all the way down to, and people who saw Sunday's video already know what I'm talking about. But if you didn't see Sunday's video, the furthest down we're gonna go on this next waning is 894, and I know that sounds unrealistic at this point, but the reason I say that is because since this whole shebang started, on each waning, which is the black background, we always make a higher low. Okay, so that tells me the new floor would be around that 894 area. Now, we did have a very beautiful channel that we talked about before, in between $10 or $11 and about 12, 20, 25. So to me, if that would be a serious loading zone, right? Buying zone. However, we talked about this mark right here, which is the 1460, okay? Because that's the mark I said we needed to beat before the eclipse to have any type of squeeze, okay? And we literally did that the day before. That's crazy, okay? But that to me is probably the very strong support now. So around the 1460, that's based on just what I'm looking at today. I'm just now looking at it for the first time since Sunday. That would be the most strongest support. That the 1460 mark. Okay. Let's see. Shout out to all the moon lords in here. Now, one thing I want to point out. Now, we talked about the fact that I always say when Mercury's getting hit by a lot of stuff, or not by a lot of stuff, but when Mercury's getting hit on AMC's chart, we can always expect potential buildups, okay, climaxes, okay. So I said, you guys could watch Sunday's video. I was talking about how Venus was over here aspecting Mercury all last week, and then coming to this Mercury, and to me that was very like something was happening with that. Now, typically when the moon travels this area of the chart, we don't see positive price action. However, we have some extra pull from Venus down here, okay? And we can see that the eclipse pretty much landed right on top of Mercury, okay? So it's the Sagittarius eclipse. Sagittarius is all about expansion. Jupiter is a dwarf sun. It's all about expanding, okay? And what do we know? AMC's expanding hardcore, okay? And it's proven right there. We had eclipse right on top of Mercury, but also look at where the sun is. It's also in Sagittarius, okay? So think of this eclipse as just a surge of energy towards the sun of AMC, towards the reputation of AMC, towards the visibility of AMC, the illumination of AMC, the intention of AMC, okay? So that's amazing. And then Mercury is communication. I feel like all week on Twitter, AMC was trending, okay? So there we have it. We can see it in the stars, okay? So I've been saying it before, when Mercury gets hit, that's good for AMC. Okay, now we just saw for the first time when the moon went up there, it was good for AMC. Now, another thing I want to point out is what was happening with Mars. Now, we talked about how I didn't like how Saturn was getting hit with I don't like Saturn getting aspect with AMC. Typically, when Saturn gets aspect with AMC, we don't always get positivity, okay? Even if it's a positive aspect. But this one was extra interesting because it was happening with Mars conjunct Jupiter down here, okay? So we just had a Jupiter eclipse, which was a Sagittarius eclipse, so that means Jupiter energy is really strong. Mars is energy, period, hitting Jupiter, expanding the situation, expanding AMC, okay? And not to mention Jupiter's AMC is exalted, okay? And so it hit the Saturn, and Saturn, you can look at Saturn as milestones. I always say that about Saturn. We can look at it as a milestone, and look at the milestone we just surpassed, okay? So, this is just, we've learned so much tracking AMC. I've learned so much tracking AMC that I know in the future we're going to have some interesting ideas on how to track things. Now, another thing we have to mention is what's happening with Jupiter. I really want to emphasize Jupiter is the whole eclipse is about Jupiter, guys. It's Sagittarius eclipse. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, okay? So we really want to look at Jupiter to get a lot more information about where the eclipse is going to be expanding things, where the eclipse is going to have the biggest effect. And this is what I would do for you guys if you guys were like, hey, Jason, how is this eclipse going to affect me? I'm going to look at where the eclipse landed, but I'm definitely going to look at where Jupiter is, okay? And Jupiter is is in a very particular position. Okay, it's in the sign of Pisces. Now, the traditional ruler of Pisces is Jupiter. Okay, now Jupiter is co-ruled by, or Pisces is co-ruled by Jupiter, and is also ruled by Neptune. So both Neptune and Jupiter belong to Pisces. Now we know Pisces represents Hollywood because it's all about the illusion. It's all about what happened in the mind, in the creative world, the spiritual world, bringing it to reality. That's Hollywood. Okay. And it's in the sign of Pisces. That's also amplifying this whole Neptune energy in AMC's chart is very strong. And then you put Jupiter right there, further expanding AMC and Neptune and Pisces, Hollywood. Okay. And so I said, we're going to see more movies get open. We're going to see more attention. We're going to see even more. We're going to find out about more deception with this type of energy because Pisces rules deception, the illusion, okay? So we're finding out so much things. We're getting so much more information, okay? And we're getting so much more expansion. Now, I have to mention Jupiter will go retrograde here soon. It met with Neptune like 1 degree, okay? And it's going to get a little bit closer, and then it's going to start going backwards. That's very, very suspicious. But the good thing about that is we know Jupiter is going to go back, and it's going to go right over here again. Okay, it's going to go way past Neptune. The cool thing about that is it's going to come back. Okay, so even though it's like Jupiter wanted to expand something right there, and it did, it already came into effect, right? But it's going to go back, and then it's going to come forward again and expand it even more. You see, it's like an accumulation type energy. Okay, that's what Jupiter is doing with Neptune right here. So I'm very, very curious on what that's going to happen. What's going to happen with that? And just so you guys can get an idea of what exactly I'm talking about, if I go look at where Jupiter is right here. Okay, if I go 30 days from now, see how Jupiter is now retrograde. Okay, now right now it's retrograde in 2 degrees, so it went forward a little bit. But look, it went forward, but it's still not exact yet. You see, it's almost close, but it just didn't want to, okay? And then it starts going backwards. Look at it go backwards. Isn't that interesting? Okay, so it's going backwards. Look at Jupiter. It's going backwards, goes direct. So I'm just saying, this tells me that there's still build up energy going on here. Period. I mean, I can't deny that. Look at this. Jupiter is now 22 degrees. It takes Jupiter 1 year to go through a whole sign. So when Jupiter goes retrograde like this, it stays in that sign even longer. So it's like it didn't want to go to Pisces yet. Okay? And right when Jupiter went retrograde, remember, Saturn was retrograde. Okay? So Saturn a second ago was over here, and now look at where it's at now. Okay? Now, we do know the first time AMC squeezed to $20, we had like 4 planets, or like 5. We had the Sun, we had Jupiter, we had Saturn, we had Mercury, and Venus was all in the first house in AMC when it went to $20 the first time. Now, this time when it goes to $20, we have Saturn there and we have Jupiter there. Okay? Now Saturn and Jupiter went retrograde in AMC's first house. Okay? So that just tells me more to come. Now I'm looking at October 18th. Okay? And Jupiter is just now getting ready to go forward again in AMC. So something's going on around that date. And look. If you were here at the beginning of the stream, look. Jupiter sextiling Mercury. What I say happens when Mercury is getting hit, and now it's getting hit by expansive Jupiter. And remember, when Jupiter goes backwards like that, and then it starts going slower and it starts stations, it becomes very strong right there. And then right when it goes forward, it's like a slingshot, right? Sextiling Jupiter. So guys, something's happening on AMC around this date. Facts. Let me check out the chat. What's up, Mystic? What's up, Purely Unbounded? What's up, Ruby? When do I expect it to drop? I don't really know, to be honest with you. It didn't drop today. So typically when we go to the chart, we can see it. Like, it pops usually the day before, then drops. Okay. Pops, drops. Over here, it popped like a couple days before, 18%. Then it dropped 8%. Then it dropped 3%. Okay. That was all before we even got to the full moon. And then on this full moon, it popped 21%. Then on the full moon, negative 6%. Okay. And then it started consolidating. Day before this full moon, popped 13%. And then the next day, pretty neutral. Basically consolidated down a little bit. And then on this full moon, it's wholly different from all the other full moons. But we do know the full moon. See, this full moon is different from all the other full moons because it was an eclipse. You see what I'm saying? Remember that, guys. This is a different type of full moon. This is a different type of full moon. All right? Facts. This isn't even a full moon. This is an eclipse. On the last Mercury retrograde, well, it's not Mercury retrograde now, is it? I don't think it is. Are you talking about Saturn retrograde? You're probably talking about Saturn retrograde. But yeah, guys, October looks interesting. But what I really want to look, we know what just happened when Jupiter went 1 degree Pisces. Okay, so what do you think is going to happen when Jupiter goes 1 degree Pisces again? I don't know, but I might bet some money on it. On something big might be happening around that time. So let's look at that date. Oh my gosh, guys, look at what I'm looking at. What did I literally just say happened the first time AMC went to $20? We have the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Saturn, and Jupiter all in the first house. Now it's about to happen again. That's gonna be wild. I know I'm looking way into the future now. Oh my gosh. No. Right when Jupiter gets to where it's, oh my gosh. So Jupiter's going to go back. And right when it goes forward again and hits where it's going to when it hits where it's at now in the future, which is going to be around January 3rd. Oh my gosh. Look at what's about to happen on AMC's first house. Did everyone see how that just the stars just led me to that moment? Like, this is not a game. I'm not joking. This just happened. Seriously. So let's look at when Jupiter's exactly on Neptune. It's crazy. I'm hype. You guys, I was never really I was sure this journey has really sucked, but the moment I started realizing that AMC was trading with the moon phases, it just made my life so much easier because I was just like, it's like just I don't care about what's happening until it's new moon, full moon time. That's when I make my decisions on, what the health of AMC is, right? So it's amazing. But now I'm looking at when Jupiter is going to go exactly on Neptune, which is going to be January 12th. And then we sit there and we have 1, 2. So we have 3 planets in the first house. And then we have the sun pulling up in the first house. We also will have Pluto also pulling up on Venus, and when Venus gets aspects on AMC, that's good. So wow, January looks fantastic. I'm trying to look at some options real quick for some January. I mean, I already have some January options, but I'm still wanting. Wait, oh okay. So we have some January options. January 21st. Okay. January 21st options are looking crazy, everybody. January 21st options in 2022 is looking crazy. Let me go to that date. Wow, guys. Are you seeing it? Are you guys seeing this? This is like I feel like I'm cheating right now cuz I just know. I feel like oh my gosh. Guys, the first time AMC squoze, this is what the chart looked like. Pretty much, as far as the first house. Matter of fact, let's look. Let's go ahead and look at that. That's crazy. It makes sense. I know it makes sense because it's around the same date. But the fact that Jupiter is still in there and the fact that Saturn is still in there and Pluto is closer to being there is extremely interesting to me. Extremely interesting to me. I'm pulling up on my other chart real quick. On my other screen. Can you guys hear me okay? Let's see. What was I just looking for? Oh yeah. AMC. You know what I want to do is I want to look at Trey's chart and Adam's chart to just see how this eclipse affects them, just to pull more information. You know what I mean? Okay. So the first date that we did this, what was the first squoze date? Was the 27th. Guys, this is going to be sexy. That's what a chart looked like the first time we squoze. Look at what the chart looks like on the day, all those interests. Those options for January 21st on 2022, open interest on the $40 mark. I know it's crazy. I'm looking now. Oops. Fucking up my thing. Hold on. Turn it. Let's see. Calls. There we go. 40. Yeah, there's over 40,000 contracts for the $40 mark for the January 21st, 2022 call options. And this chart for that day is giving me very similar vibes to the chart. Better vibes, potentially. Yeah, that's interesting. Wow. Look at this, though. The sun is literally 1 degree Aquarius. That's literally right on top of AMC's ascendant. Wow. And look at this. This is interesting. Pluto will be on top of AMC's Venus, and then the transit Venus will be on top of AMC's Pluto. And they're both 2 degrees apart on both of them. Mars would be 1 degree apart from the sun. Damn. I cannot believe we still have the Neptune Mercury square 0 degrees. That's crazy. Neptune moves so slow. But Neptune is also making. Oh, that's the other Neptune. No. That's Neptune must have. Neptune just moved slow. And then Neptune is trying Saturn and the midheaven. Wow. These Neptune and Uranus just travel so slow. That's ridiculous. Let's check out the North Node. So North Node is 6 degrees. So Uranus is opposite the North Node right here. Ooh, and then Jupiter is pulling up. Is trining the North. Wow. All right, I'm going to get off this date. But guys, you heard it here first. Just like I told you guys months ago about this eclipse, and my boy Jacob Diamond Co-Jones also was throwing up that date months ago about this eclipse today. Well, I'm telling you right now that AMC around January 21st is going to have something else happening to it to the stock this month again. All right, it's still I don't know. It just still feels like things are just still building on AMC. And even with this Pluto pulling up on Venus right here, we've been waiting for that for months, and it just goes retrograde and just takes so long to get there. I mean, geez. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, so right before Pluto goes on top of AMC's Venus for exact conjunction, it goes retrograde. Just doing exactly what Jupiter just did over here. That's interesting. But the day before it goes it goes retrograde on a Friday too. Did we have any options then? No, Saturday. Let's see. Yeah, on that Friday, it's the last one. So now we're in April. Okay, so we have July options. But I'm expecting some good stuff happening when this happens. Then it goes retrograde. Then it wants to go right back on top of it. That's when it hits 0 degrees. So April 2023. I know that's like mad out, but hey, AMC is going to be popping around that time some more. I'm telling you. It's just hovering around that ascendant so hard right there. Then it went back. Then when it goes back in there, come on, guys. The moment it goes back 0 degrees, exact the ascendant, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pretty much 7 planets in AMC's first house. So, yeah, that's crazy. I'm just saying, that's crazy. I know it's a long way away, but that's still crazy. That's still crazy. All right. So does anyone want to know how this eclipse affect them personally? Okay? I want to try something new, and I want to have you guys call in, and we're going to talk about your chart live if anyone has interest in doing that. Okay? And you don't have to show your video or anything. Just call in so we can have you on the line. And I'll put it on speaker and all that good stuff. But why you guys think about that, I'm going to tell you guys what's happening in my chart. Just so we can learn about the stars and how it affects you personally. So if you guys watched my Sunday video, I said that it either fell in my second house or my third house. And if it falls in my second house, that's good for money. Because second house is money. Your possessions, what you own. I'm pulling it up. Where's AMC at? Are we still climbing? I'm sure we are. I'm chilling at this point. I feel like no one should have any stress at this point with this AMC Gme situation. Even if you got in at $20 way back when. Okay. Hey guys, if you guys haven't hit the like button, hit that like button, please. What's up, KG? All right, let me check out the chat. I'm sorry, guys. I got hype. I got real hype on that. I got real hype on that situation. You know I did. It's going to plummet this time. I thought it was going to plummet this time. Mercury. Okay, so Mercury did go retrograde. When does Mercury go retrograde again? You are right. Astrology is even more reliable than the media and Reddit. Yeah, I literally have not read the news. Like I watch YouTube videos just because I enjoy watching YouTube videos, but I really don't really know what's going on other than what's going on in the stars, straight up. And I don't really care what's going on other than what's going on in stars. The moment the stars aren't lining up with the AMC and the investing, I then maybe I'll start looking more into other stuff. And I know a little bit of technical analysis and stuff like that, but at this point, especially with this AMC situation, I don't need anything but the moon phases. Like I don't really need. I mean, all the information we can get is good. Don't get me wrong. Like I do need more than the moon phases if I want to make exact calls. Don't get that twisted. Especially if we want to do option plays and stuff like that, I do want to do more than just the moon phases because when I know Mercury's getting hit by certain things, I know we're good. You know what I'm saying? So I need more than the moon phases if I want to be really precise. But at the end of the day, like I don't need much other than astrology. Buy some when I'm waiting for the dip. I'm definitely, if it dips, I'm definitely buying some. If it goes in that zone I was talking about earlier, for sure. Remember, I think 1460 is our strongest support probably right now. Our very bare bone bottom floor would be 18 or would be $8.94 based upon the last waning phase. The moon lords know what the fuck I'm talking about. Excuse my language. Anyone that wants better clarity on what's going on at AMC, I'm posting a breakdown to AMC Discord. Okay, cool. You heard it there from Diamond Co Jones, my boy Jacob. He's probably one of the first people who publicly supported me. So I appreciate him. KG, what's up? Thank you for being here. Unbounded, purely unbounded. You know I'm happy you're here. Looking for 24. I think we might get it. Woo, we might get it. Crossing the 70% RSI. We are killing it. We are killing it, KG. Get my news from Facts Matters with Roman. Okay. Facts Matters with Roman. Check him out. All right, guys. If anyone calls in, I'm going to give them a live reading. If anyone calls in, I'm going to give them a live reading. You do not need to show your video. I'm trying to figure out how to tell if someone is in. What the freakle? The hell? Excuse me. I must be hiding it somehow. I think I'm hiding it. So I recently upgraded to 4 screens, and sometimes it can be a little bit of a mission. Sometimes, but I love it. I definitely love it. Oh, I found it. Wow, that took forever. Oh, 24. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's a good time to be alive. It's a movie. It's a movie. Gme and AMC both have different charts. However, they have the same type of power planets, meaning GME has an exalted Venus in Pisces, while AMC has a very strong um, Neptune in its dignity of Pisces for AMC. So when Pisces is getting a great full moon energy, because it's a Jupiter full moon, and Jupiter got supercharged, and a supercharging GME Venus, and a supercharging AMC's Jupiter. Facts. Too easy. Okay, so look, guys, this is my chart. So the full moon happened. Hold on, let me go exactly when the full moon was. The eclipse. When was it? 24 hours ago. 9, 9, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. So the eclipse happened in my second house. Okay. Now, what is the second house? The second house is, okay, the first house is who I am. I'm self. And the second house would be what I have, what I can touch, my possessions. Okay. So we look at this house as your money, your savings, your bank account. That's not investments. It's your savings, is what you have or what you gain, right? So I'm having a full moon eclipse there, which means the eclipse, a full moon, is always opposite of the sun, right? You guys know that, right? So if it's always opposite of the sun, and the opposite house of the sun is the eighth house, or opposite house of the second house is the eighth house, that means during this eclipse, I have energy in my, I have a lot of energy in my second house, house of savings, investments, or excuse me, it's house of savings. And then I also have a lot of energy in the house of my resources for this full moon. My eighth house, house of resources. Okay. Because second house is what I have, like what my possessions are, and the eighth house would be my actual resources, which would be more considered the investment house. Okay. So I can see from my own chart that I could be coming into a new opportunity with my possessions, or I could be coming to endings with my possessions. I could be coming into new opportunities with my resources or endings. Okay. And so when I first see that, I'm like, this could, if I'm looking at my client's chart and I see that, I'm like, listen, don't overspend during this time, right? Don't overreach during this time. Don't do anything emotional with your money or anything you have with possessions during this time, because it will have a permanent effect. Okay. But then I'll also say this is a great time where you could be coming into new possessions, where there could be a new energy, a new chapter with new possessions. If you're in any type of investments, this could be you coming into new investments. But this could also be you losing some resources, because the sun can over illuminate. It can make it too hot. So be careful, right? The North Node can make someone greedy with the eighth house energy here. Okay, secretive. This eighth house of secrets, you know. Venus is also money, and it's in the eighth house. So this shows you can make more money through investments, or you could be losing resources through relationships. Okay. Mercury in the eighth house, especially on top of Chiron, is an asteroid of open wound. It's not really that positive. Could show that you know, I might be getting some news where it's going to affect my resources. Okay. Now, that's what I would say if I was talking to somebody, but I would say, let's get a bigger picture. Okay. But I wouldn't look at that and automatically say, oh no, I'm making money. No, I would not look at this and say, oh, I'm making money. But I know this is a Sagittarius full moon. Remember, I'm teaching you guys how to do this for yourself. Okay. It's a Sagittarius full moon. So we want to look at Jupiter, because what is Jupiter? Jupiter is Sagittarius. So transiting Jupiter on my chart, look at where it's at. It's right on top of Mercury in my fifth house. What is the fifth house? Okay, fifth house is anything you're doing that's speculative, that's risk taking. Okay, anything you're doing that has to do with education or, you know, putting yourself out there. That's the fifth house. Okay, I have Jupiter, the luckiest planet in zodiac, coming to its home sign of Pisces. All right, during the Sagittarius full moon. So now I'm starting to feel like this could be bullish, right? This could be good. Then I further get for more information. I look at my Jupiter in the sky. It conjunct Mercury at 0 degrees. That's interesting. That's a moment. 0 degrees. Conjunct Saturn, an outer planet, 0 degrees. Or excuse me, sextiling Saturn and Uranus and Jupiter sextile Jupiter. Jupiter sextile Jupiter, extremely lucky. Because remember, Jupiter's expansion and luck. And I got Jupiter sextile and Jupiter, 0 degrees. So obviously, guys, after looking at that, then I start to say to myself, oh, okay, something might be good happening from this eclipse for me. Okay. Now, I also look at the Saturn square Pluto retrograde. I'm not happy about that because it's retrograde hitting 2 of my power planets in my chart. Pluto rules my money. Venus rules my investments. Okay. Saturn shows restriction. It's been hovering there. Okay. But I know it's about to go back. It's going to loosen up. It's going to come off of it, and then it's going to go right back on top of it. Okay. So yeah, my chart isn't necessarily lined up to be perfect. I'm just saying, like, this eclipse just happened to be, it just happens to look good for me. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So if anyone wants me to look at their eclipse, hit your boy up. Hit your boy up. Hit your boy up. Oh, what just happened? Now, guys, tell me if there's anything you guys want me to go over. If you guys don't want me to go over your personal charts. Yeah, Saturn is so heavy, especially when Saturn is squaring your Pluto, 0 degrees, and then the transiting Pluto is opposite your midheaven, 0 degrees. Like, what the fuck? I've been scared for months, but I just ride the wave. I just ride the wave. All right, let me look at the price action real quick. Okay. ANC still wants to go, man. 24%. Wow. Wow. You guys know that when I told you guys to get those options in that video like 2 weeks ago, holy one of my options is up 800%. 800%. I literally turned $140 investment, and it went 800%, guys. Seriously. Like, if we're tracking these phases, the option game can be serious for the Moon Lords in the future. We just have to find good candidates that are tracking the phases, and that we can we need to track it. Okay. Here's the problem with us doing this. I want to say problem, but here's what we're dealing with. Hold on, guys. I'm just counting this money real quick. It's ridiculous. I just have to see. Oh, man, it's crazy. I'm hyped. Oh, man, I'm hyped. Jesus. What the fuck? That's crazy. All right. Here's the thing, guys. In order for us to really get, like, if we really want to be on point, we have to go back and do this type of shit. All right? This involves me going to something like this. Oops. All right? I say, hey, we went, so-and-so degree, or we went 25% this day, so I need to go look at some of these transits. And then I look at the transits, and I go to the Thoris, right? All right. Whew. This is why I only drop one video a week, guys, because this shit is not fun, and it takes a minute. It takes a minute to do. But when I know a trend, right? I need to refill this in there. Okay, so when the moon's 26 degrees Sagittarius, we've seen this before, okay? We go to the moon today. It was there yesterday, I want to say, but we go to the moon. It's 24 degrees Sagittarius, so it's about to happen, okay? So when the moon hits 28 degrees Sagittarius, we can clearly see that this day we had negative 9%. This day we had +2. This day we had negative 18%. This day we had +4. This day we had negative 2%. This day we had negative 8%. This day we had negative, oh no, this day we had +16%. That's a lot. This day we had negative 1%. This day we had negative 6%. You can clearly see that this is a volatile moment when the moon becomes 28 degrees, right? So what I did was I go to these Taurus and I look when the moon's 28 degrees Taurus. I go, look, this is the moon. I have to go down and I look to find Taurus, and then 24 degrees right there. So I know on Friday the 19th that's when the moon is 28 degrees Taurus, right? So then I have to go to February 2021, and I go to the 18th. No, excuse me, the 19th. And then I have to track it, right? So February 19th right there, okay? And the day after that, the next trading day, we went plus 14%. So you get the picture. Okay, that's how I look at the chart on a personal level where I just read it the way I see it, but then I go back and I look at the history, and then I make a prediction based on my own interpretation and historic events. All right. KGG, you gotta call in. You don't need to show your video, but call in. Right here, Zoom meeting. I got you if you call in, because I had a Jupiter. I just had my Jupiter transit. Yeah, let me look at your Jupiter transit. I would love to. Oh man, no way. Boom. Wow. I'm so scared to do options. Man, I'm telling you, the options, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you just do it with $100, if you buy, I brought an option for $140, and it went 800%, guys. All right, so there's not much. The most I could have lost on that option is $140. There's really nothing. Just invest what you're willing to lose. Got a DL zoom. What does DL zoom mean? Oh, got a dial zoom. Yes, got a dial zoom. I'm too scared to do out. Yeah, I'm checking out my transits quickly. I know that this week was good for me. I gotta know the next few weeks. I'm here just pulling. Everyone should look at their Saturn, where Saturn just went retrograde for them. Okay. Holy crap. We're doing it. Yes, we are. What's the number? It's right there on the screen. KGG. It's right there. You see it? Let me zoom in. How do I zoom? Download. Yeah, download Zoom. Easy peasy. You can get it on your phone or you can get it on PC. Easy peasy. Like buying and holding. This is the easiest money I ever made. This is the easiest money I have ever made. Okay, so let me take a look at GME, because that's something we haven't looked at in so long. Man, we're about to hit $25. What the fuck? Let's go. I'm hype. I'm hype. Let's listen to a song real quick. What are we gonna listen to? I want to listen to a hype song. Astrology. Oh, I'm so hype. I can't think. Shit. Man, we are really about to hit 25. It just doesn't get. I mean, it will get much better, but man, it's a great time to be alive. It's a great time to be alive. I'm having the hardest time getting to where I need to go on my folder. This PC, C drive, product files, image line. Image line. Come on. There it is. Projects.
Jason Alexander, the blue moon of Neptune.
Don't turn me to a beast, bitch. You don't wanna see my demons. Trust this, I can be heartless. Pluto in the first, bitch. You don't wanna fuck with this. Shut up, give me kiss. Let's reminisce. You were the baddest in the best way and the worst. You loved me first. I loved you best. You left me first, then I let you step. Shouldn't I turned your back? But you think you're bad. But I know you want me back. Fuck that. I ain't tryna be savage, but you ain't gonna do me like that. We had something special. Now I gotta let you go. Our egos are in control. You think you're bad, but I know you want me back. But I know you want me back. You think you're bad, but I know you want me back. But I know you want me back. You're the best I ever had. Too bad it couldn't last. Fuck your flashbacks. She want another chance. No take backs, cause I'm hoeing again. On some new shit with a new chick. And she bad. I know you mad, cause you wanna be hard. You took it too far, and now you scarred. Cause I know you want me back. Fuck that, I ain't tryna be savage, but you ain't gonna do me like that. We had something special, now I gotta let you go. Our egos are in control. You think you're bad, but I know you want me back. But I know you want me back. You think you're bad, but I know you want me back. But I know you want me back.
Jason Alexander, the blue moon of Neptune.
I mean, how can I not be feeling myself right now? How could I not be feeling myself right now, guys? How could we all not be feeling ourselves right now? I mean, anyone invested in AMC should be feeling themselves right. Should be feeling themselves right now. Like, for real, for real. Okay, so the full moon on GME, because I'm definitely invested in that puppy. May 26, 5. Okay. Yeah. Great time to be alive. If not, you're Kenny G. Facts. And I don't feel sorry for the guy. Okay. So it looks like GME had a full moon. And it didn't look like it's like hitting anything crazy. But, you know, it's funny. I want to say GME Saturn does move the stock for GME. It's not the first time I see that. Okay. Did you use the password? You see the password right here? Let me see if I can put if I put the wrong code in. Yeah. Make sure you use that password. Man, this right here is, I don't know what to say about Zoom. Let me know when you're in. Make sure you use that password right here. Am I still live? I think I am. Oh, okay, good. Perfecto. All right. Where was I? Wow. Yeah. So Saturn was really getting hit with AMC. Okay, we got KG in here. All right. So let me make sure I got all the audio correct. Give me 1 second. I don't want to have weird issues here. Oh, there it is. Oh, 2 people are in. Let's go. Or it's probably just you twice. Okay. Okay. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. We do have 2 people in here. Okay. Mit and Amit. I don't know if I can even have more than one person on here because I don't have the pay version. But this is what's up. Okay, so it's not letting me play my video because I have it playing on the live right now. But you guys let me know when you can hear me. It says you guys are connecting. Let's see. Okay, so oh snap.
Hi.
Hola,
Am
how
I
are you?
Did I do it?
You did. You sure did.
Hi, everybody.
Can you guys hear her? Can you guys hear KG? KGG?
Hi, KGG, Caitlin.
So how you feeling on this eclipse? How you feeling? How you feeling?
At a personal level, I've been like, I guess a little bit down, you know, but at a
Mhm.
financial level, I'm up.
Yeah. Isn't
You
that
know
the
what I
truth?
mean?
Yeah. It's hard to feel too down when you're that up financially.
I I looked at my account. I went from like 3,500 to over 11,000,
Oh my
and
gosh, so beautiful.
I want to, and for me, that's a life changing number. My car is fixed, everything's paid. I don't have to worry. But I know that patience is the key here, and I'll kick myself if I sell now. You know.
Yeah, totally. Of course, yeah.
But I have like an impulse. I'm impulsive, so you never know with me.
I don't. 1 second. I don't have a paid account. All right, guys. So I'm gonna get a paid account for my Zoom later, but I don't have a paid account, so I can only let one person at a time. All right. So, Caitlin, or is it Caitlin? Right?
Yep, it's Caitlin. It's
Okay.
Caitlin.
Perfect. I'm so excited to do this for you. I'm so excited to do this for you. This is the first time we spoke on the phone. First time we're gonna give her a live reading like this. Okay, so we're gonna look at when the moon was exactly eclipsed for you. So we're gonna go back one day.
Okay. Yeah, I was playing around with the link that you had sent me in the Discord,
Mm-hmm.
and I just started to look at forward dates. I think it was like a week ago you gave it to me, or a week and a half. And this week I was like, wait a second. That the Jupiter is transiting, I think, my 7th or 8th house, and that's um conjuncting with my natal Pluto in the second. And I'm like, that has to be good.
Yeah, so true.
And it
So
was.
beautiful.
It was.
Yeah. Well, you actually
And
have some pretty interesting aspects going on. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. So The first thing I'm going to say is you're having a full moon right on top of your MC. That's your midheaven. That's your standing. That's your career. That's what you're doing in the world. That's how you're seen. So whenever you're getting some type of climax energy there, you can pretty much say your world's going to change a little bit, especially your reputation or especially your standing. So there's some type of lasting energy that's going to change there. So if there's any type of change of your job, career, or direction in life, I wouldn't be surprised, and it's most likely going to last. So how do you feel about that so far?
That makes sense. A year ago, I had gotten a psychic reading. She's a famous psychic reader, and and she's psychic, but mostly astrology. She's an like she went to school for astrology, and she's phenomenal. And she gave me a reading, and I got it a year ago, and it said in April. And I don't know why the month of April, except that this is when things start to pick up motion, that the
Mm,
month of April would be life changing for me.
mm,
And that she just saw me on a boat and fishing. And I
mm,
don't know why.
mm. That's
And
wonderful.
it lines up a little
Mm.
bit because nothing in my life would make sense that I would be blessed with anything like a financial. Everything's always been a struggle, a tower moment. I'm a scorpion, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. 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 Always forever going through transformations. So anything that's happening here is going to be pretty lasting. That's why I'm really excited that AMC went up like this on an eclipse because I feel like we're not going to be falling that low because it's like a lasting energy. Okay. Now, for you, this actual eclipse is not only conjunct your midheaven perfectly, but it's also conjunct your Mercury. So Mercury is our intelligence, what we're thinking about. Mercury is in your ninth house of enlightenment, and Mercury is in the sign of enlightenment, Sagittarius. So during this eclipse, you were super enlightened, and it could have happened on a subconscious level, but you've been getting like a lot more information on your meaning of life and where you want to go with life and where you want to take it and why you want to take it there and what you might have a better understanding of your purpose or just a general understanding of the reasoning and the meaning behind your life and why you're doing what you're doing. There's some type of like clarity energy happening potentially
Yep.
with this energy, but sometimes with that clarity, and I was telling that, and you want to check out my Instagram video yesterday, I was talking about the eclipse, and I was like, listen, if you're not feeling good when this eclipse happens, it's because the universe is showing you exactly what you want to fix in your life, exactly what you don't believe in, or exactly what isn't working with alignment with the true experience you want to have in this lifetime. So for you especially, you're super, super probably being super enlightened about certain things that you are experiencing that you no longer serve you, that you no longer want to experience, and now you know what you do want to experience going forward. Do you resonate with that?
1000%. It was I think it was last night or two night. What are we on Thursday? So on
Mm,
Tuesday night,
mm,
I went outside because we have a new puppy. So I was
mm,
outside like 1, 2, 3 a.m. with the new puppy,
right.
and I took a moment to meditate under the moon.
Beautiful.
Just took a moment to absorb it.
That's all you need.
And yeah, and
More
in
than
that
what
moment,
most people do. That's all you need. I like it.
yeah, I did a yoga salutation. Was it salutation? Like, that
Mm,
I was just out there, just took a moment to be me. And
mm,
things just started coming to me that I felt at peace with any decisions that I have to make that are cutting off cutting off or starting something new. You know what I mean?
right,
And it
right.
does not just interpersonal, life experience, like what I will allow people to do to me, what my boundaries are.
Mm. What? Yep. I love it. Yeah, and I'm glad you used the word what you allow, what your boundaries are. One thing we can say with Sagittarius is what it's like when I say is what you believe in. It's like what your moral system is. It's literally what you believe in. Like if you don't believe someone should be treating you a certain way, this is a great eclipse where it's like, no, I'm gonna set this boundary here. I don't believe in being treated this way. You see what I mean?
Yeah. 1,000%. My son and I'm a divorced single mother.
Mm,
So after we left, I had moved back in with my parents because I wouldn't see my son at rent on Long Island. You'd need $2,500 a month. So what am I going to do? Work 60 hours a week, put my kid in daycare, never see him, and have to just work to pay daycare, or lean on my family. And that's what we all decided was the best route for my son at the time. And now I'm in the position of, I'm ready to let go of this stage. I'm ready to do it on my own, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to lean on anybody right now. I'm ready to uh not listen to other people's opinions and
Mhm.
figure it out with my son and I.
Hey, you're having a eclipse in the midheaven. You're standing in the world, what you want to do in the world, how you want to be in the world. That makes total sense. And if you do decide to move, you definitely have a pass. Because remember, the 10th house is what you're doing in the world, but what's opposite of the 10th is home, family. You see? Now if you look closely, right, this full moon falls in your 9th house. Okay? But it's cusping your 10th exact, actually. Okay, or almost
Weird.
exact, -2 degrees, right? And it's also in the sign of Sagittarius, which rules your 10th house. Okay, so please believe your 10th house is super activated with this eclipse. Okay, we have to read the whole energy, not just one little moment. Like the moon is in both the 10th house and the 9th house enlightenment and what you're doing in the world. Therefore, the 4th house and the 3rd house is changing. 3rd house is everything for familiar with, could be changing. 4th house is everything with home, family life, could be changing. If you're moving, that could definitely show. The sun traveling, about to travel the 4th house. Venus in the 4th house could be showing moving. This Mercury opposite Venus also could be showing the same thing, moving, because it's all taking place in that house. Now, I want to speed up because I want to make sure I give other people a chance here. So I do this in my readings too because I see so much I want to tell you. So I'm just about to start blurting out stuff. Now, the next thing is you have a lot of Jupiter energy going on. Beautiful Jupiter energy going on at that. You have Jupiter in the 1st house. The 1st house is yourself. The 1st house is your standing, or not your standing, what you is your direction you're taking yourself, your world. The 1st house is your persona, how you want to be seen, where you want to go. Okay? Jupiter's expansion. So first of all, Jupiter can expand you as a person here. Jupiter in 1st house is like anything can happen. You can suddenly be anything with Jupiter in the 1st house. Okay. Now, it's a great time to really hone in on what you believe in, what your moral systems are, because it's the same thing. You're realizing everything. You're getting a lot of enlightenment on what you believe in, how you want to feel, because Jupiter's in Pisces in the 1st house. This is about how you want to feel in life, how you want to feel about yourself, how you want other people to feel about you, okay, how you want your emotions to be. So you're really getting a clear understanding on how to stabilize yourself, how to navigate yourself better, what you want to experience, what you believe in, and the luck, the expansion energy is definitely there. Now for you, you want to be careful of overextending yourself with this type of energy though, okay? Because Jupiter can become overly optimistic in the 1st house, right? Overly ambitious. So just be careful with that type of energy, but you definitely have a green light to pretty much do what you want to do. Like seriously, it's all pretty much positive. And that the square to the moon, I'm not really too worried about it. Jupiter and square to the moon, to me, this is like you are emotionally irritated by the things you don't want to experience, and that's you just getting more aware of what you don't want anymore. You see what I mean? So you kind of need that little moon energy there. You see?
Oh, it makes total sense. And I know that you have to move on to next. I'm just curious because when I was out in the moon doing my moon thing on Tuesday night, and I just want to let you know the dog's name is Blue, so I
Oh,
ironically Blue Moon. So
oh, snap! I love it. I love that.
I forgot. I've been wanting to tell you that. It's funny. I had lost like 125 pounds
Oh,
over a couple of years
wow.
ago. I did, and I've maintained it, but I've always wanted to get plastic surgery of
Mm-hmm.
a tummy tuck.
Right, right.
I gave birth. It is what it is.
Yeah, right.
So that thought came to me because I've been burying it for 2 years. I felt like I was being selfish. That like my son only has one parent. How dare I go under anesthesia and risk him? But right now, does that anything look like it would be okay if I went towards a surgery?
Yeah, so Jupiter in the 1st house, remember, you can suddenly be anything with Jupiter in the 1st house. Now, the cool thing about you mentioning that, and that's a great question, this is why I like to call for people to call in when we have an actual conversation and get into the nitty-gritty of what you need to know, right? So Jupiter in the sign of Pisces is, I'm a Pisces, okay? Pisces is a chameleon. They could be anything. It could be a lot of things. You wear a lot of hats, okay? Jupiter, it's all about expanding your life in any way you believe, right? Now in Pisces is all about manipulation. Pisces is all about magic. It's all about willing the world to see it the way you want to see it. It is an illusion. Pisces rules Hollywood. You see what I'm saying? Jupiter in the first house in the sign of Pisces is a great time to aesthetically potentially make changes to the body if you decide you want to do that, because you have the energy in your first house of transformation all day with that. Okay. And Jupiter is getting positive touches with Pluto. Pluto is all about transformation. Okay. And it's a sextile of Neptune, and Neptune is all about making your dreams a reality. Okay. And your Pluto is lit in the sign of Scorpio in the 8th house of transformation. So yeah, you definitely have the path to transform yourself right now, if that's your desire. Yeah, you definitely do. Not to mention, it's funny you were talking about this. Oh, snap. AMC is at $26. About to hit 27th.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, it's crazy.
Holy crap, man. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I'm got chills. You know how much money
Yeah. Seriously. It's ridiculous. 35%.
This is awesome.
That's amazing.
Wow, you're here. This is real life chills on me right now. Holy moly. Everybody laughed at me. Everybody.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I've been getting laughed at for since way long time.
Since I was 5, I've been getting laughed at. I've always been the odd duck.
But this AMC thing, oh my gosh, I've been laughed at a lot. But it's all entertainment, all entertaining. I knew what I needed to do. You know what I'm saying?
I knew what I was doing. When people would laugh at me, and my sister-in-law, she just bought in, and she laughed. They all made fun of me, and they're like, "It's so funny, Caitlin. Like you're because of my ADHD." They're like, "When you want to know something, you research, you put your time in." And
that's Scorpio.
But they disregarded it, and now they're in.
Yep. Hey, same exact story as so many people. Okay. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful times. It's beautiful times. Okay, so what I want to leave you with homework is I want you to research Jupiter trine Pluto, Jupiter sextile and Neptune. Those are really powerful transits you're going through right now.
You said trine? Okay. So Jupiter. Oh, yeah, it's on my thing. My Jupiter trine.
Pluto. And Jupiter sextile and Neptune. Those are big transits for you. Okay. Definitely want you to look at the Saturn sextile and Uranus transit. Big transit.
Okay. It's just so interesting how my chart is lining up with my life. I mean, I know it always has, but this is incredible.
Oh. Yeah, Venus trine the ascendant. Look that up, but that's a huge aesthetic change transit.
Wow, really?
Yeah, because Venus rules aesthetics, and ascendant is the body.
You know, it was 2 years ago. I went for the consult to do it, and something was with my Venus that was negative that psychic brought up, and I was like, all right, I'm not gonna mess with it. It's been on my mind, and under that moon, it came out. Yeah. And I had, go do it. You'll be happy because you've worked this hard to lose this weight, be able to wear a damn bikini after 8 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You have the green light. I truly believe that. Now, when you actually go do the surgery, since you're dealing with cutting, okay? Yeah. There's certain things you don't want happening in your chart, okay? One of those things is you don't want the moon to be growing. You want the moon to be waning. Okay, because when the moon is growing during surgery, there can be more blood, more swelling. Another thing you want to be careful of is certain Mars aspects. But when you start making dates, just hit me up on Discord, and I'll help you, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna call the doctor after I get off the phone with you. The Zoom with you and make the consult.
Get dates.
This is awesome.
Yeah, ask them for possible dates and kind of spread them out. Try to get like 4 or 5 options, and then we'll look at those dates for you.
Hey, I appreciate it. And hey, we're doing it, guys. We're at AMC 26. I can't wait to see the chart. Everybody, congratulations.
Yes, congratulations to everybody. And thank everybody. I thank you for your support and everyone else.
Hey, thank you so much, Blue Moon. Hey, thank you.
Yeah,
this was awesome.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Thank you. And I hope we can call in on Zoom again, okay? So until next time, okay?
Till next time, I'll see you in the Discord. And hey, everybody, I'll see you in the Discord.
Oh, yeah. All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right.
Bye-bye. Thank you again.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Thank you. Man, that was an amazing conversation. Guys, do you guys see why I love doing astrology? Like, I get so much fulfillment doing that kind of thing. Purely unbounded. If you want to come in, let me know. I already put you in, so just unmute yourself if you're still here. But oh my gosh, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
But
What's up? How you doing?
everything's well. You see the price going up, so I'm doing really good, man.
Man, it's ridiculous. Wow. Like we knew it was gonna happen, but to watch it happen is just unreal.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, especially when you a moon lord, you know.
Especially when you're Moon Lords. Facts. It's like a holiday for me.
Indeed,
Like
indeed.
it's crazy out
It's
here.
almost too.
Do you want to check out your chart or what? Do you want to see where that eclipse fell
Definitely,
for you?
definitely check it out. Let's check it out.
All right. I'm about to pull it up right now. I got it on my other screen. Man. Yeah, I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for the future.
I mean, this thing just started. It's just started,
Yeah.
and this is like just the beginning, and people don't even recognize how much they're about to make.
Y-
That's the scary part for me.
Yeah. Yeah. That is really scary. Like, uh, I just need to be smart. Basically, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's like a known thing. If you make $250,000, after you have $250,000, you can pretty much make the right investments and put your money in the right places and never be broke again. Um, so like that's my ultimate goal is to reach that point. And who knows? I mean, if AMC is hitting thousands of dollars a share, I mean that's going to be a realistic goal. I mean that's going to be very realistic in the near future. So let's
Yeah.
see. All right, so I'm gonna go exactly to where this clip fell for you. Oh wow. Oh, all right. Yeah, I forget we have similar stuff here, because you're a 20. You're a third degree Scorpio rising. Okay, if you guys don't know it, or haven't heard me say this before, Scorpio rising is the second hardest and the second, to me, this is just my personal opinion, most powerful position in astrology. All right, I mean this is a super intense position, and it's not necessarily something you would ask for in this life unless you're ready to have an intense life and you wanted to have a like life of action, all right, a life of just like passion, all right. Like Scorpio rising people are super passionate, and typically the passion of a Scorpio can get very confused with all sorts of different energies. But that's really what it comes down to. Like Scorpios, people are super intensely and passionate about what they care about, and you do not want to mess with a Scorpio, especially a rising, especially one with the sun in the first house, especially one with the sun conjunct Pluto in the sign of Scorpio in the first house with a Scorpio rising. I said this before, and I'll say it again. Every time I look at your chart, you scare me. I'm scared of you, straight up.
Nah, we're cool. We're cool. You're good.
Oh my gosh. I'm just kidding. I'm not really scared of anything because I have so much faith in the world that like nothing really scares me. Like one time I was in a plane and I was the plane was like acting all crazy and everyone was getting scared and I was getting scared. My heart started racing. And then suddenly I just started laughing because I'm like, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Like if something bad's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Like I was supposed. If I die right now, it's because it's supposed to be happening. I'm supposed to be dying. You know what I'm saying? So with that in mind, like it's hard for me to be scared of much because whatever happens to me, I feel like it's supposed to be happening, and I'm right on alignment because I'm living my true self. Right? I'm being true to who I am. You know. All right.
That's a good quality to have. A lot of people don't have that quality. That's very admirable.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a journey. But through spirituality, I've been able to reach that mindset. All right, so you're having a full moon eclipse right in the first house or second house, just like me. Okay, so like I was saying before, this can affect your possessions. All right, what you have, what you don't have, what you want to have, what you're gonna get. We have to be careful of overspending, or at this time we could just be getting more money, more possessions, more savings. Okay, so this is a very beautiful, beautiful transit to have. And I also want to say that to me, whatever gains that you get from this situation is probably going to be realized because this is like a permanent full moon. This is a permanent eclipse. Okay, so I see where my account's at now, and I don't see it going down from here much. If it goes down, I still see myself going back to this level at the very least. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now that also means you have the sun in the eighth house, kind of doing the same thing with your resources, illuminating your resources. It can illuminate it, it can make it brighter, or it can burn it up. Obviously, it looks like it's right now is just making it brighter, so that's what's up. You also have the North Node in there, just like me. You got Venus in there, so we both have to watch out for relationships at this time, okay? Because Venus is relationships, eighth house is endings and beginnings. But Venus is also money, so endings, beginnings, new energy there, new resources there, new relationships happening as well. Mercury also there. Pretty much we got to take care of our taxes. All right. Mercury is like taking care of the numbers, taking care of the math, taking care of the contracts. Eighth house also deals with taxes. Okay. And you have a Mercury trine Mercury. So that's so lit. Mercury trine Mercury is so lit. So that's really good for for you right now. Your research game is on point. For you, your clarity on this full moon should be pretty on point. Now, I know Scorpio energy and I see what could be happening here, so I want to say like be careful of like lying to yourself about anything or like ignoring certain situations or being caught up in any illusions. But during this time, you should have massive clarity if the third eye is tuned appropriately, right? And it should be clarity on how you want to deal with your money, your investments, your resources, people, relationships, business relationships, and personal relationships. Mercury rules your eighth house of investments, and it rules your 11th house of long-term goals. Okay, so long-term goals, you have a really good clarity on your long-term goals at this point as well. Would you say you agree with that?
I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with everything you're saying right now.
Yeah. And this is a really good period for you to like if you're like, yo, I want to buy, or I want to take my money, I want to invest in this, I want to do that, I want to do this. This is a great time for you to really write down the actual steps you're going to take to do that. Because Mercury trine Mercury is like your mind is on point. Like you're seeing things with clarity most likely. And you also have Mercury conjunct Vesta in your natural chart, which tells me that when right now you're really thinking about the things you're committed to. Okay. And the things you don't want to commit to. So whatever information you're getting, I really want you to stick on that information. All right. I really want you to try to live by that. Let me see here. Yeah, Mercury is getting touched by Mercury and Pluto. So yeah, you are really. What are you trying to transform? You just want to transform your resources and your long-term goals, and it looks like you want to help certain relationships and groups on the way, potentially. Like you could be getting caught up in committed relationships that you want to also help change, right? Is there something like that happening for you?
Most definitely, most definitely.
Yeah. But it all looks pretty positive.
It's getting more and more serious, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
liking how everything's moving.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, Jupiter is also looking pretty lit. Sextiling Saturn. Okay, so that shows milestone energy. You could be reaching. Obviously, we're all reaching a milestone. My gosh, $29. What the? Come on, jeez, come on, man. Hold on, I just gotta count my money real quick. I can't help it. I just have to look. Like this is redonk. Jesus, My gosh. All right, so the moon rules your ninth house. Moon square moon. Moon opposite Jupiter. Moon square moon. Moon opposite Jupiter. So yeah, there's something going on with relationships, and something's bothering. I think something may be bothering you with a certain relationship. I don't know which one. Is it your father? Is it your mom? Is it? Do you have kids?
I have all three, but it's. I would talk about it, but it's not something I want to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
True. I got you. I'm on it. You're right. But yeah, overall, I started going deep. But overall, yeah, your chart is lit. I mean, you have a similar situation with me, where there's a lot of good stuff going on, but it looks like a lot of like stuff we got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? There's things we got to deal with out here that are past our control. Is kind of just in our reality. Then we just got to deal with it. But overall, things are looking really, really good. We're both going through a lot of eighth house energy, so we have to we have to be very careful of just getting too intense about stuff. So I really want you to watch the intensity.
Credit for you because you're doing an amazing job keeping everything, focused and giving you started this. You were the
Thank you.
one that came here, put yourself out there, and bring everybody together.
Yeah.
So I'm really, 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 really appreciative of the fact that you actually did what you did, and I
Yeah.
hope that you continue to do what you've been doing.
Thank you, my
It's
friend.
been an amazing journey.
It was so amazing. And I hope you guys know, especially you, that you guys pushed me. You guys gave me more life. And I encourage everybody to put themselves out there more, because every time I do it, the universe, brings something back in return. And, at the end of the day, having this experience with you guys it was worth it, even at the end of the day I don't make money, right? So I appreciate everybody, and I'll see everyone in Discord, and especially you. Your mind is fucking brilliant. I hope you put yourself out there more, and yeah, we'll talk more about it later. But yeah, thank you for calling.
All right.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later. Peace. All right, so my since I don't have a paid account, I had to cut that stream short, because it was since I had more than one person on it, it was telling me that my time was up. So next time we do this, I will have a paid account, so I have more than one person in. I can always just start another meeting if you guys still want to talk. But Purely Unbounded, shout out to you. I appreciate you. Thanks for calling in. KGG, thanks for calling in. Mystic, I'm waiting on you to call in one of these days, because you for sure definitely deserve a lot of my time to do some readings for you. That's what's up. Guys, before I get out of here, all right, is there any questions? Any questions at all? Another thing I want to say is I will be dropping more videos. I'm not sure what I'm going to be dropping for next week, if I'm going to do the normal. But I do want to start focusing on some of those bigger outer planets that we've been talking about, like the Saturn square Uranus. I do want to start getting heavier on GME, because I'm noticing a lot of other astrologer types are coming to me about GME way more than AMC. And I'm seeing more energy for GME starting to build up. So, yeah, I'm gonna start focusing more on GME. As obviously I'm gonna be always AMC's my number one. Okay, but yeah, guys, it's been an amazing journey. We're up 49%, 48%. Oh my gosh. So I'm Jason Alexander, the blue moon of fucking Neptune, here to help you navigate through the motherfucking illusions of life. You're watching the Market Moon Lord, where we merge the matrix with the stars. Hit us up on the Discord. Don't forget to hit a like on your way out. Until next time, peace.